I'll let you
We're
know.
just keeping.
He said, "Where do I get to hear your podcast?" And I'm like, "You're gonna have to wait."
iTunes.
To the corner of the bass. Dropped it. Fucking, I was rocking out and it just fucking.
Oh, you're not doing YouTube or podcast or? We're on?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what's
We're
up?
on. We're on.
Didn't even get a wind up.
Intros.
Didn't even get a wind up.
Perfect. Hey, howdy,
What's up?
y'all. Thanks for joining in. This is going to be a good one. I'm pretty excited about it. We've been talking about it for a few months.
Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah, I've got Lone Star Podcast veteran Cody Gaspard joining us again. Cody, how are you?
Wait, what's the record? Who's got the most?
You and Brock are now tied 3 apiece.
I'm fighting. I'm ready to fight him. Brock, I know you're listening.
Call him out. Call him a pussy.
I told him to show up. He said he was going to come over and do
You
video,
can't
but
cuss. My mom's gonna listen to this.
oh, dag nabbit.
I apologize, Mom.
I actually
Sorry, Mom.
apologized to my mom yesterday, saying sorry if I drop a fuck word or something. So.
There you go with them profanities again.
And that voice you're hearing is Dwayne Hankemer.
How's it going, guys?
So, how this kind of got started, I've been, Cody and I have known each other forever, but as far as Mr. Hankemer goes, I've seen him around town here in Santa Fe, Texas, growing up and around the bars and the music scene and everything else. And I've known that Hank was kind of in the scene and kind of running things, and he's the DJ over there at Blues Bar and Grill off Highway 6. And so a few months back, I was sitting in there at Blues. I went and talked to Hank kind of the first time, introduced myself. And the only reason I've never done it before is just we never really crossed paths, right? Like I said, I've kind of seen you around and knew who you were and all that stuff, but just never really had a opportunity to sit down and talk with you. So we sat down and talked a few months back about doing this podcast and trying to get some folks on and come on over here. He's got a badass little powerful power cave.
Power cave, definitely.
That's what I'm calling it. Not a man
Mainly
cave. This is
because
a fucking power cave.
doubles as a garage, but can close it up and get the AC going, which
yeah.
is super desirable right now.
That's a power move. This is August in Texas. You close the garage door and turn on the AC. That's saying something, right? So, anyways, we're sitting down here. We're gonna just talk and bullshit a little bit, and maybe talk about what we're gonna try to get into next, couple months or whatever, getting people on and go from there. So, Hank, tell us how'd you get into music to begin with, and kind of dabbling in all the things you dabble in.
I've been just doing music pretty much as a kid. I've always been in music. Any high school party, anything that was going on, it was always either my truck or my radio or my mixed CDs playing music. And then 2004 or so, I met some friends and decided to start a band. And ever since then, Grace started playing music, and that's how I met everybody. And just from then on, it just been music and Texas country. If it was rap, it didn't matter. I was always into music, so it's kind of how I got started.
That's awesome, man. What was your most famous mix CD back in the day? What were some jams on there?
Everything from Fat Pat to
attaboy.
Alan Jackson and George Strait. So
That's a mix CD right there. I'm telling you. Cody, what about you, bud? I know you've I remember going to your house in the high school days and picking on the guitar and crossing ragweed posters up on the wall. And
my dad gave me a pawn shop Yamaha guitar when I was 16. He doesn't play a lick of music. Mom doesn't play a lick of music. But my uncle does. My uncle had a studio set up at his house. And so every now and then go there and just make noise on drums and bang on the guitar. Like not really anything, constructive or anything. But once I got the guitar, started to, get into lyrics. At first it was just whatever was on the radio in my mom and dad's vehicle. I didn't even have a CD player. Didn't have, nothing to listen to my own music. Just whatever was on the radio in my parents' vehicle. So I wasn't super off into it, and then once I got the guitar, started paying attention to what was going on, started reading words, reading chords and lyrics and everything else, and after that it was all downhill. Once the concert started, once I started driving, man, go to your first concert, Texas country concert, something like that. I mean, Wade Bowen at Yaga's. That was one of early concerts, and there was not a lot of people there. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So
that does sound pretty cool. Yeah, man. You were one of the first guys to ever get me kind of. So I always heard Texas country music, but I didn't know that's what it was.
No, I mean,
I just thought it was country music, right?
No, exactly. Yeah, we didn't run around saying Texas country.
Yeah.
But I mean, like ragweed, Oklahoma, all that other stuff. We didn't give a shit where they're give a poo where they're from.
Steve Earle, ragweed. Charlie Robinson and Robert O'Keen, all the
Yep.
guys were just country music guys. I didn't understand there was a kind of separate
Well,
scene,
that's-
you know.
I think that's where Hank kind of, because you were following Mike Tadero, and Mike Tadero did benefits for his son. His son had a benefit,
Yep.
and then he was just the DJ at Blues, and right.
Yep.
And so that's how you kind of just took his footsteps after a while, huh?
Absolutely. When I filled in for him one day, and that was the first time I ever DJ'd at Blues, and that's been 14 years ago or better.
Oh, wow. I didn't
And
know it
ever
was that
since
long.
then, I just kind of fell into my lap and kept doing it. But what was your first concert, Cody? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yep. Cynthia Woods, Mitchell Pavilion, Spice Girls.
That's amazing. That is great.
I grew up with a bunch of girls, man, and my aunt and them, we used to travel in RV. We'd go to all different states all over the country, and my aunt would rent me a Beavis and Butthead VHS for when the kids go to sleep, and I'd go in the back room and get to watch Beavis and Butthead, but the kids had their stuff, and so they had Spice Girls and all kinds of other stuff, and so I was watching Spice World all the time, and my uncle was like, hey, we got tickets. Yep. Told my mom and dad, do y'all think Cody wants to go? And they're like, yeah, sure, he'll want to go. I actually had a good time, so I'm not going to bitch about it.
Of course you did.
I'm sure
Yeah,
you did. I'm
did.
sure you
absolutely.
did. It's so fitting that your first concert was fucking Spice Girls.
I know. It's terrible, but it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah. Man, like I said, my introduction to it was, early on in high school, man. And we listened to it and had a lot of fun. And the county fair here, in the Galveston County Fair here in Hitchcock / Santa Fe, right? Whatever you want to call it, Hitchcock. But they always had good musicians there for a long time. They had good lineups. And
I think Gary Stewart actually fell down the stairs getting on the stage at the Galveston County Fair and Rodeo one year. Definitely wasn't drunk, for sure. For sure
not
wasn't
at all.
drunk.
Not at
It
all
was just
sober.
a little stumble. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. So who's some guys that are you're a big fan of right now? You're listening to and enjoying, and kind of somebody maybe new, maybe old.
Right now,
Yeah,
I guess my two probably favorite right now is Mike Ryan and William Clark Green. Those are probably my top two. It really depends on the mood and what I like to listen to. I listen to music so much, it almost gets tiring for me now because it's an ongoing
You're around
thing,
it all the time,
around it
yeah.
nonstop.
Yeah.
But those two guys, anytime, those are my top two right now.
yeah. What about you, Cody?
Well, definitely Mr. Childers. That's probably my number one favorite right now, especially with the release of his new album. And there's some easy listening by this one guy. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of him. His name is David Grace. He's got some pretty easy listening music. Easy listening.
I was about to call y'all out if y'all didn't say it. The man sitting right over there in
He's
the corner.
sitting right in the corner, by the way. We got some spectators back here. We got Charlie Chuck Rice. How you doing, Charlie?
Howdy.
And we got David Grace back there, just patrons of the podcast.
The Power Cave.
Knights of the Round Table Power Cave podcast.
Somebody make a T-shirt out of that, please. Yeah, man. Tyler Childers came out with that album yesterday, man.
Yeah, I haven't got to fully listen to it. I went out the other day and got a new phone. Dude worked me through the whole selling process, and I was excited because my old phone was just done. And right at the end, as he's putting it in the bag, goes, "Oh, by the way, here's your headphones. There's no headphone jack on the dang phone. You got to plug it in the thing." So I can't. I've been leaving the headphones at home. Haven't been able to go to work and use them. So I haven't had like a
Welcome to 2019, Cody.
right. Yeah, no, I'm not ready for it.
Terrible.
Want a headphone jack? I mean, just Bluetooth speakers, but geez. So yeah, I haven't had a chance to fully dive into it. But you had mentioned that Ever Loving Hand or
Ever Loving
Hand.
Have you heard that?
I have not got to listen to it yet.
So there's definitely a song on there about jacking off.
That is awesome.
Favorite
Name of the tune is Ever Loving Hand.
favorite brand of lotion. He says in there. I got my favorite brand of
He goes,
lotion.
yeah, they have my favorite brand of lotion in this hotel room. Is how he opens the song up. It's fantastic. I was sitting there listening to it. I'm like, is he talking about beating off? He's talking about beating off.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah, me and Hank got to go to the Grand Ole Opry House in Galveston and see Tyler Childers and Robert O'Keen, and that was something special.
Yeah.
Very cool.
A lot of
show.
people
Very
went and
jealous.
saw Tyler a few months before that. That was White Oak.
White Oak.
Yeah, I didn't make it to that one, but then saw that he was coming to the Opry House in Galveston. I was like, that's something I definitely have to go to.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I mean,
Definitely worth it.
I was in Clarendon, Texas.
And I
not
might
watching.
maybe a little brash to say this, no offense, but I think Tyler put on a better show than Robert O'Keen.
Well, he's in his prime, but definitely closer to his prime than Robert is, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's got his storytelling just like Tyler. The best part about, not the best part, but one of the good things about Tyler Childers was in between his songs. He would tell just a little skit of just some silliness on the road or, whatever they do. And the whole crowd, the entire crowd is like a comedy show. Everybody's laughing, having a good time, except for the security guards. No phones, please. No phones allowed.
No phones allowed. No selfies.
Yeah. No selfies. Selfies of a concert. Somebody take a selfie of me.
Oh, so what about who do you got coming up in your lineup? Do you have anybody like scheduled for the next several months about people playing concerts?
Tonight, really?
At Blues? Mm-hmm. Tonight we got Garrett Mann of Statesboro Review and then Bo Brumble. They're out of New Braunfels. They're going to be in town tonight. And then we've got Brian Shane. He's a local guy. Susan Hickman, local person. And then I believe David Richardson as well, all throughout August and September. And booking some more shows as we speak. So
heck yeah.
Trying to get
Man, it's such a cool little spot to play music at.
It's a small joint. But
It is, but that's what makes it cool, right? Yeah.
It's ours. That's what's important.
Yeah.
Kind of run the roost there.
Yeah, I've only ever watched Hunter play there though. I'm pretty sure.
It's been
I don't
a
know. I
while
haven't
then.
seen anybody else.
It's hard because it's definitely not a listening venue.
Yeah.
So
No, it's a
Correct.
party venue.
and it
Well-
gets a little loud, so it's hard to listen to some people. But
Correct. Well, last time I was there watching Hunter, it was packed, right?
Yeah.
And it seemed like 7 people that were immediately around him were listening, and everybody else was just
Half the
kind of
people listening
at the
and
bar.
Jabber jocking, yeah. They the Statesboro Review actually did one of their music videos in blues.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did a bunch of stuff with people's occupations and stuff like that. But it's a pretty cool video. Hank throws it up he's got a TV up above him and he plays music videos and he plays it in there every now and then. So that's pretty cool. It's cool to have them come back and party with us, I guess. I mean, because it's really not. We don't have the concert to really listen to the music. We kind of just do it to party. It's an excuse to party.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up. There's an old boy from Alvin, who just redid an old song. Damn, it's good.
What's that kid that played at the fair this year? The kind of local dude.
Man, I can't think of the name.
Grace, you know who we're talking? John Stork.
John Stork. Yeah, John Stork's pretty good.
I don't know if that's him.
But
Man,
from Alvin?
Yeah, and
I don't know where that dude's from.
Seth, it wasn't Seth, was it? Seth Cannon?
no, they don't.
Seth
sound
Cannon and
familiar.
Hunter are really the only ones I know from Alvin.
Yeah, that's the only ones I know.
Man, I
from
just
Alvin.
followed him on Instagram to start picking up some of the stuff.
The
but I
young
can't-
kid, maybe?
No, he's a. It looks like he's in his 40s. To be honest.
Okay.
Late 30s, early 40s, something. But he redid an old 70s song, and it's damn good, man.
Nice.
And I can't even remember the song.
You'll just have to edit this part out.
No, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Babbling nonsense.
Here we go. While he's looking that up, this podcast is brought to you by 1835 Bourbon Whiskey. I got for my birthday this year a bottle of limited release single barrel. I can't talk right now. Too much whiskey.
Good God. Have another pull there, Cody.
Bottle number 3, barrel number 2028, Hunter proof. It's delicious. Thank you, Chip Henry, my supervisor at work, for hooking me up with that. I really appreciate it.
Delightful. Well, hey, are we going to just ignore the elephant in the room? This badass hat you got on right now?
We don't have to.
Let's talk about it.
I mean, it's just kind of here. You're just hanging out.
I see that. That's
Brixton.
that hat says a statement.
It does. That's what I was telling Hank last night. I don't even know if I can. I didn't know if I could wear it just with a T-shirt. I was like, I feel like I have to dress up. I need to go to a wedding. I need to go to some kind of a special event. Well, this felt special enough. So
You look good, bud.
thanks. Appreciate that.
Proud of you. So for
Proud of you.
So for those just listening, we'll take a picture later and we'll
Yeah.
put it up on the Instagram. But it's a short brim hat.
Mm-hmm.
Rocking. And it's,
I've never had.
looks good.
Never had a desire to have a short brim hat, but Brandon Deerham he got a gray one from the same company, and he just was wearing it. Just didn't give 2 flying Fs. And I was like, let me see it real quick. And I put it on, and I don't have my dreads anymore, but I had my beard. I put it on, and my girlfriend Crystal goes, it's okay. And I was like, oh man, it's not that bad. And then Jace Evans was sitting next to good looking Jace Evans. He goes, let me see it. He puts it on, and Crystal goes, actually looks pretty good. I was like, well, why don't you just go with him?
Fucking handsome bastard.
Make me look bad over here. So I talked to Hank about it. You ordered one, right?
I
A
do.
Brixton? Yeah,
I've
he
got
got a
one.
Brixton, and then he's going to order another one, a
I've
different
got one off Gorin Brothers.
Who? What is it?
Gorin.
Gorin, yeah. Yeah, so
we've all started this thing where the hats.
Hat
so
game.
we're trying to jump on board before everybody else does.
Yeah, we want to be
and the
trendsetters, you know?
first.
Trendsetters.
Can I get in on this?
Absolutely.
I can't stop you.
Right,
No,
let's see.
Jared, don't get a hat. You're going to look better than everybody
What's
else.
old Crockett? What's his name? Crockett. Charlie Crockett.
Charlie Crockett.
There you go.
Yeah.
Charlie Crockett rocks that short brim hat all the time.
That dude's just got such an interesting sound.
Dude, interesting style, interesting sound, interesting style.
Yeah.
Interesting type of music,
Look.
man. Yeah, look,
everything.
the whole thing.
You'd think he's from Louisiana, the way he sings,
Well,
but he's from Texas.
Yeah, definitely from Texas, but he spent time in New Orleans learning how to play on the street.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why he has that such bluesy sound and kind of that kind of sound.
Yeah.
I went down the rabbit hole on YouTube with him.
Yeah.
You definitely
several months
can with
back.
him.
Yeah, he's
easily.
got some cool stuff, man.
Yeah, for sure. The only thing, all of his songs are sad heartbreak songs.
Yeah.
I haven't found one of them that's like upbeat and happy. It's just
Yeah.
like somebody kicked his dog.
He does some good covers too, some old classics
Old
and stuff.
dude,
Yeah, he does.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
absolutely,
does.
absolutely.
Yep. I've seen some real good stuff he does. There's another group of kids, nothing to do with Texas or country music in general, but I found some kids. A guy named Josh Turner Guitar on YouTube, and this is like he's been putting out videos since 2012. In 2012, he looks like he's 15 years old, and he started out just making music to where he would play every instrument and record himself and then mix it together
Put it
and
all
make an
together.
entire song. Right? He would sing,
That's
he would
cool.
play the guitar, he'd play the drums. He did Honky Tonk Woman by is it Rolling Stones?
Stones.
Yeah, the Rolling Stones. And he's hitting a pot, dun, 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 and just hitting a pot and like tinking, and then playing the guitar, playing the drums, and then he sings like 4 different versions of the song to make it kind of like himself singing 4 different pitches. So, anyways, it's really cool stuff. But then he started getting different people involved, another guitarist and singer, some girl singers, and they play a ton of badass. It's all cover songs.
And where are they out of?
I think they're out of Minnesota.
Really?
Just because I saw the girl say something about St. Paul. She may have.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out where they're from yet, but they're badass. Like
cool.
they're legit badass.
As far as covers go, Hank was saying earlier he likes Mike Ryan a lot. Mm-hmm. Mike Ryan's 2010 album, the first one, he covers a bunch of older songs. Does Slow Hand, dude,
Really good.
killer song by
Yeah.
him. Yeah, I mean it's a
Yeah.
good song in general, but like he cleans it up and just makes it right. It makes it his basically, you know.
Is William Clark Green's last album that Circus album?
No.
He's had one
got,
since.
Yeah, one
Hebert's Island.
since. Yeah,
Hebert's Island. Okay.
that was like last year, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
believe
What's the single on that one?
He's got a few. Hit You Where It Hurts, I think, was the top one. And then I know the newest single off that one is Stay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really
that's
good.
right. That's right.
There's Goner, I believe, was another one of the. But he actually just put a new music video out. I forgot who he did it with, but it's like a YouTube video, live of them recording, and it's a gorgeous.
The one
song.
I was then.
The one I was then.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous song. Check that out if you haven't yet.
Did y'all see Mike and the Moon Pies put out a new single yesterday that was like they recorded with a symphony?
I heard people talking about it. I haven't got to hear
I
it
saw
yet,
an
but I
article
saw
that said
something on Facebook about it.
how Mike and the Moon Pies did something. I just scrolled past it.
Yeah.
But I just saw his name and
But they
you
put
know,
a symphony
being
behind it?
chewed
Yeah,
up.
Really?
they recorded it with like a full-on symphony or whatever.
No
It's
way.
it's pretty cool, man. It's
I
pretty
need
cool.
to
It's
check that
not,
out.
and it's subtle. It's not like you would expect a big symphony to kind of,
Yeah.
be booming in the background or whatever. But it's just kind of subtle in the background, and then they have guitar and drums,
Really?
like kind of playing. It's pretty cool. It's very cool.
Definitely need to check that out.
Yeah.
Mike and Moon Pie, they're really good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know much, but I know they put on a great show.
The thing that I really like about that, I hate to go back into Tyler Childers, but the newer album, the What Little I've Heard, that album is just like the first album he gave us was just like a little piece of him. This new album is just like a full on effect of him.
Yeah.
Like it's got violent. Even that I can't think of the name of the song, but it's got like a Dwight Yoakam kind of a feel to
Dude, it's the same thing. I said. I told
I
Missy,
gotta
is
see
it
what
Bus
song.
Route?
it. I think it's his first one. Hold on, let me see.
So which one? There's House Fire. There's
House
All
Fire's
Yorn.
killer too. Oh, it's Country Squire.
Country Squire.
Country
yeah, you're
Squire.
right. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You're right. Yeah, I told my wife that yesterday. I was like, he sounds like Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah.
In it. Yeah. big
Well, the
time.
music did. I mean, he kind of does that twang a little bit.
Exactly. He does it,
it's
but
the
song,
music, the song itself. Even if he wasn't singing, you'd be like, "Is this a Dwight Yoakam song or is this?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
That's funny that you said. I came to that same conclusion too, man. That's crazy. Yeah. I think it's only 7 songs in that album.
Is it? Let me see.
Yeah, there's not a lot.
I got it pulled up.
Which is good and bad, right? I mean, they're
9
all kind of
songs.
9.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's good and bad. Like I said, it's not. They're not all.
And where did he get that album art? Like that is just
Lots of drugs, man.
I would honestly,
DMT.
I would really think that he drew that. Like that looks like something that came. Even that All Yorn music video, like that looks like something. The way that they did the little butterfly in it and everything, like that seems like something he would draw up.
Yeah.
Just on a
Well,
whim.
his I was reading the comments on there after I was watching that music video yesterday because I knew it came out and my brother-in-law has been talking about it for. He's a big Tyler Childers fan too, right?
Who's
and he's
this?
been talking about Misty's brother.
the one that was on the podcast
Yes,
last time.
yeah, the guy was on the podcast.
Can I
last
just
time.
throw this out there? If you haven't listened to that podcast, please do yourself a favor and listen to at least the grandma story. Dude, you told it to me and I was laughing, but then I went back and listened to it. I was crying this time.
Yeah,
It
he's
is
a funny son of a bitch.
It is ridiculous, man. And then you get done with it and you're like, there's no way that's real.
Yeah,
There's no way that's real.
There's
Yeah.
no bullshit about him. I
Oh
promise.
my gosh,
I
dude.
promise.
That was wild.
But he's been talking about All Yorn, like whatever's my favorite song, fucking all times, all this kind of stuff, whatever. And I'd listen to it, but just like partially, kind of like on my ear, riding in the truck or whatever. And yesterday, I really sat down and dove deep into the lyrics, the
yeah.
music video, the whole thing, right? And I forgot what we were talking about originally.
You theorized that it's his
Well,
love.
definitely, yeah. So that, but there was something else we were talking about before. Oh, I was reading the comments. I was reading the comments, and somebody was like, "I think I just failed a drug test by watching this."
Is anybody feeling this?
But no, he's definitely. They're like, and one of the other comments was like, "Director of music video. Hey, anybody got any ideas for this music video?" And ... You ever done DMT? It's like exactly what it is.
Classic Rogan.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Have Tyler Childers on Joe Rogan.
That'd make me very happy.
Yeah, that'd be definitely
Yeah.
interesting.
I try to get, so when I first did this podcast, I sent emails out to everybody, right? Just shoot for the stars. And Tyler Childers was one of the only big names, or his manager or whatever was only one of the only big names that contacted me and back and said
Really?
no, right?
Oh.
They said no, but they just
you worked me up on that. I was like, oh, really? Awesome. Oh, sorry.
no, they're one of the ones
Sensitive
because he
subject.
was going when I started. He was going to play in San Antonio outside of is it the? It's not Cowboys Bar. What's the other one out there? Johnny Lee Ranch or some shit.
I don't know.
Anyway, there's a big outdoor venue out there.
I got no desire to go to San Antonio. No offense.
But he was going there in like a couple months. I was like, hey, I'll meet you on San Antonio. We can set up, do whatever, hour of your time.
A full email, no.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like, oh,
least you got a
appreciate the offer.
response.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
that's true, too,
Everybody
yeah.
else just like laughed. Idiot.
Get out of here, child.
Wasting my time with this shit. So,
Get out of your element, Donnie.
yeah, so I have a theory. All Yorn is about his love of marijuana,
His relationship with
his relationship with weed.
marijuana. I love you till my lungs run out.
Yep, I love you till my lungs run out, and he's got several lines in there, whatever, that kind of point towards marijuana use, right?
As we call it in the big people world, innuendos.
Correct.
I had to Google that.
Correct. And then when I saw the music video, I'm like, 100%. 100% he's talking about smoking weed.
Yeah.
It definitely
Yeah.
looks more than weed what's going on in that video.
Correct.
I think the most noticeable part in there was he dressed up like a little trailer park trash girl.
Tammy Chiggers.
Tammy Chickers. But he left the mustache. He was all doing girly movements and then just big old red mustache sitting right there.
Fantastic.
Oh, man.
Fantastic. Oh, man. So, there's a new kid out that I started following, and he's got some pretty good tunes called Mason Lively.
Absolutely.
You ever heard of him?
I have. I'm
Yeah.
actually I'm working on getting him at Blues October 4th
Really?
Dude.
or 5th. He's the guy that opened up for Pat Green.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh, you're right. You're right.
His manager is Statesboro Review, who's Stuart Mann, lead singer. That's his manager. So that's kind of how I knew about him. And then he opened up for Pat Green at the Rustic when me and Cody went and seen him. And really good kid. I mean, young kid, but he's really good. And so hopefully get him at Blues.
Yeah, that was
too
the part of
here
the
soon.
concert. That was the part of the concert that I actually remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Too much bourbon.
Well,
I took Cody. I need
Hank took
somebody
me to-
that can handle drinking all day.
an all-day drink fest.
And he definitely didn't handle it. But I mean,
Hey,
he
I
made it
stood up on
home.
my own 2 feet. I didn't fall asleep until we got in the
It was
Uber
a
on the way
3
home.
p.m. Astros game. Pat Green concert after that. I needed somebody that can hang. Well,
I hung till we got in the Uber ride home. That's when I did not hang anymore.
I'm not gonna lie. We went to a piano bar afterwards, and my shirt was off. So
Oh, there you go.
It was the fishbowl. The fishbowl is what got it.
Dude, fishbowl fuck you up.
I didn't.
Howl at the Moon?
It was
Or
Pete's Piano Bar.
Piano Bar, yeah.
It was the next day. I was like trying to go through what happened. I was texting people like, all right, what's going on here? Where am I at? And it just somebody said something, or I think actually you posted a picture of it on your Snapchat, Hank, and I saw that, and I immediately tasted. From seeing the picture, I tasted the fishbowl. I was like, that's what did me in.
that was
That's what
Joseph
did me
Pearson's
in.
fault.
I'll throw up in my mouth a little bit. Excuse me.
I forget that at the game, because at the game they stopped selling at
The seventh inning,
mid, and I had no idea. So I don't know why I had half a beer and then 2 full beers, Crawford Bock and 2 full Dos Equis sitting right in front of me. And Hank was like, "You gonna drink those?" I was like, "Give me a second. I'm working on it."
Right, if you go to the center field bar, you can buy a beer till 30 minutes after the game.
What's the fun in that?
I don't think we were by the center field, were we?
Yeah, just sit on the couch, Charlie. Keep it
down back there. Backseat
If you
driver.
want to come on over.
Chuck, pull up a chair. Come on.
Yeah.
That's a rookie move.
Where's your favorite venues around here to go watch music at?
Around here?
Yeah.
None.
None. Okay.
Fact.
That's kind of my sentiment as well. There's not a lot of great places
Okay,
to go
so
watch.
That's the issue.
Well,
down
I take
here.
that back.
I don't wanna
like
use-
the old Quarter Acoustic Cafe in Galveston.
Old Quarter. I mean, that's really the only one down here, and it's a listening venue. It's great.
Yeah.
But to go see live music, bands, there's just nothing down here unless it's a fair, unless it's something.
The
along
Opry
those
was
lines.
nice, but that's rare for people like that to play there.
Opry was great, yeah, but it's once
They
in a-
don't play music. Well, that's the first concert I've ever heard of out of there.
No,
Really?
they play a lot of
Yeah,
concerts.
they do all kinds of stuff.
Do they?
Yeah.
Ronnie Millsap's there.
Oh, okay.
Right, once, yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right. They had
come on.
the old wagon. What's the old wagon band? What's them old?
Old wagon band.
Yeah, wagon something band.
I don't
They're
know.
like or 80s, 90s
Pioneer band.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Pioneer.
You talk about Wagon Wheel?
No,
That's not-
no, it's Asleep at the Wheel Gang.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, wagon. Why did
Wagon.
y'all get that? Come on.
Asleep at the wagon.
The wagon
Yeah,
band.
the wagon man. Yeah, you fucking knew what I was talking about, Cody. You son of a bitch. What about you, Cody? Where you like to go listen to music at around here?
Yeah. I don't want to use a social media platform to complain because I'm blessed at everything that I have. However, they were supposed to build that amphitheater situation up there off of what is that, 517?
Talking
No.
about Top Golf?
Yes,
in
by
Webster?
Top Golf. Yeah. They
Yeah,
were
it's
supposed to
Na-
build
NASA Road.
amphitheater, convention center, restaurants, hotels, all this other stuff, which I'm 100% down for an amphitheater right there.
We got a furniture store.
We
instead.
have the largest. The furniture store's bigger than Top Golf and Fry's combined. Like, stop it.
And there's 3 furniture stores across the street.
And if a flood happens again, that's going under. Ugh, so frustrated about that. Like, because they had a picture of a layout for it. It was going to be called the NASA Spacewalk, all this other jazz. It was supposed to be awesome. And then the next thing I know, I drive up there and lo and behold, a big giant furniture warehouse blowout, yada yada. Like, we don't need furniture. We need music.
But that's the issue down here. We don't have a music scene.
Yeah.
South Houston.
There's not, man.
We don't have radio to promote it. So any concerts that you do have, they don't show up. If they try to do it, nobody shows up
And
because nobody
Cynthia
knows
Woods,
the name.
unless you pay a lot of extra money to get seats, being up in the lawn, you might as well be listening to it on the radio. Like, it's just not not desirable, especially because it's so friggin' hot.
But the Woodlands, I mean, that's a whole nother thing too. It just, I haven't been in the Woodlands in years, just
Really?
because, I mean, there's music there that I really don't care to see.
I've had more fun on side stage at Woodlands. Way more fun on side stage.
Back when Fall Fandango was there, that was probably my funnest time.
Forgot about Fall Fandango. What was the one where they have the songwriters? It was like they take 6, like Pat Green, Corey Morrow, you know, people like that. 6 of them sitting on stage singing songs. But it was on the big stage at the Woodlands. What was that called?
I'm not sure at the Woodlands. I know they used to
it
do
was
the 10-man
90, I think
jam
it
and
was, I want
stuff.
to 10-man jam. That's what I'm talking about.
10-man jam,
That
yeah.
wasn't Woodlands?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I thought 10-Man Jam was at that little circle amphitheater.
I've seen it there. I've
Okay,
seen it at
yeah,
the,
I could be wrong. I thought it
Verizon.
was-
I think now it's, I don't know where it's at now. It's by Hard Rock Cafe downtown. I've seen it there a couple times.
We have a Hard Rock Cafe.
We do.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Big giant guitar sitting up there off the highway.
I
will
figured out the old boy from Alvin I was talking about, Junior Gordon Band.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
he redid a song.
that.
I loved him, everyone. Mm-hmm. By the T.G. Shepherd song,
Yep,
whatever.
T.G.
record.
Shepherd.
Yep. And anyways, I heard that.
everyone.
Yeah.
I shouldn't
fucking
sing
good
on the
tune.
mic. Dave, I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah. Come on,
I
Dave.
was singing on the
Promptu.
mic for a second, so I'll rock that bass.
Okay, I said he's listening. I didn't say he's a good singer. Put the right music behind anybody that
you
sounds
can
good.
talk, Dave.
No, I guess if we did like, okay, so a month ago or so, we went to the small venue outside of House of Blues. House of Blues is a good venue. Mm-hmm. Even if you get seats, but if you get
Standing
just
room only?
yeah, standing room only, it's still a good, not a huge crowd. And typically they play some of the better music there. But next to it, I can't think of the name of the room. It's a little bitty small.
The
Thank you,
Peacock
good
room?
sir. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I think so.
They have a
actually.
couple there, but I think it's Peacock.
We went and saw a band called Ocean Alley. Have you ever heard of them?
I've not.
Man, oh man.
A lot of fun.
Well, Ocean Alley, just right out the gate, just off the album, great. It's kind of chill music, but really, really good. And when we went and saw them, it was literally like right off the album. Like there was no change from studio recording to live performing. It was awesome. It was and there was maybe 200 people there, maybe.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Badass.
That was we had a big group of people who went with us, and everybody was saying that was the best concert they've been to in a while.
Yeah. Man, the best concerts or the best live music that I've enjoyed the most the last, whatever, call it 10 years, has been going to watch Hunter at Woody's
The Caboose.
in Galveston. The Caboose.
Yeah.
The old Redfish. You remember we used to go watch them at Redfish Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Then it got burned down
Yeah.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
But we used to go watch them out there. But that's kind of my favorite. Where'd we go see him up in, didn't we go like the Woodlands or something? Go see him one time? Me, you, and the women? Come on now. You remember.
Yeah.
You remember.
That one's slipping me.
Cache County Line in Numble.
No, it was up there. It was a cool little joint, man. It had a bunch of oddball furniture, like a hipster kind of joint, whatever.
Not the Continental.
Sounds like it could be.
Might be the Continental. Continental's all right.
I don't know. But anyways, that's my jam, right? Just sitting around,
Listening to
Yeah.
30 people sitting
Yeah.
in, whatever, getting.
But that's the issue. It's just there's nothing down. I mean, you got a few places. Grace played there Thursday. The Mucky Duck. It's
Yeah.
a listening room type venue, but it's it's a cool joint, and they got good music that comes in there. Rustic starting to have good things. That's downtown.
That's Pat Green's place, right?
Yes, Pat Green's
That
a
place
part
is
owner in
awesome.
that.
So
It's really cool
Funny
looking.
story about that is my dad, my brother, and John Michael Hardy owns John Michael's Automotive down the road. Right, we went to a car show at George R. Brown, and we're walking to that car show, and we see the Rustic fence 10 feet high. They got wood piled up all over the place, or whatever. Like, this is a barbecue joint. Whatever. Check this place out. And so we're like, God damn, it's huge, We walked past it, and we went into the car show, and we're drinking the car show and bullshitting around and whatever else. And we get to leaving, and we want to go to eat. And I was like, well, let's go try that barbecue joint. And we go over there, and we walk in, and same thing, wood piled up everywhere, and all this stuff. We sit down to eat, and they're like, we have...
Oh, they have food there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like a
no
full-on
idea.
restaurant.
Are you laughing because I ate there?
No.
Okay, good. I was about to say, dang. So I really did miss out.
So we sat down and they're like, so we have a breakfast for 4, and it's this like you can't order things. They just bring out meals and you kind of pick off plates. And so we're looking. And I was like, so there's no brisket or ribs or what? And she's like, no, we have breakfast.
Who gave you that
And
silly idea?
I was like, so there's. I'm gonna pulled pork or coleslaws for the side. Like, I'm looking at the menu. It doesn't say anything. It's just breakfast for 4. It doesn't say what's in it or anything like that. And so I said, so what kind of barbecue joint is this? And she's like, we don't sell barbecue. Took us like 20 minutes.
Do you
to figure
see a
out.
barbecue pit anywhere over here?
I was like, well, y'all got wood stacked up to the ceiling of this place, like you're running through fucking burning barbecue all day long or whatever. And then while we're sitting there, huge stage. Whatever, all this kind of stuff. One guy up there playing guitar and singing. The whole time. It was
Not a lot of people there?
There's nobody there.
Oh, really?
They had just opened up.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, we kind of.
Yeah.
It may have been the day they opened up, kind of thing.
I will say, if we're on getting on the food subject, yesterday for my dad's birthday, we went to BB's, Texas Orleans.
Tex Orleans.
Yep. Restaurant, delicious.
We went for my mother's birthday last week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought it was very good.
Yeah, I did too. Did you get the?
I got the Rockford redfish.
They had
a andouille.
boudin taquitos or boudin.
Yeah, my mom was telling me about those.
Yeah.
I didn't opt on them, but
That's what my mom got. They're fucking delicious.
yeah. My dad got a little thing.
No, flautas. Boudin flautas.
Yeah, that's exactly what they
was.
were. Yeah. My dad got the gumbo. It was tasted like my mom's, so it was good.
Oh, that's
It's a good selling point. And then I had the Rockford redfish with the andouille cream sauce. And I didn't know how you do an andouille cream sauce, but then as soon as they brought it out, I was like, that's how you do andouille cream sauce. But they actually had collard greens and stuff.
Yeah.
Like legit, homegrown cooking kind of food. Yeah.
I didn't see.
Yeah, that was the interesting part for me. But
Heck yeah. What were we talking about before?
yeah, sorry, I got music.
Pat Green's that venue up there. So who do they have play up there? Do they got big names coming there all the time?
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
I know Sean McConnell's been there. We went and saw Pat Green there. Decent, but they have somebody, I think, every day. If it's a local guy, like you said, one person singing on stage.
Yeah.
So they constantly have people in there, which is good. And they're good people. It's...
So I didn't know it was Pat Green's place until later on. I saw something about he's had one in Dallas for years, right?
I don't know.
I think so. He's
got 3 of them. I think there's one in San Antonio or Austin, and then I think Austin and Dallas. And
Yeah.
then they just opened up the 3rd one here in Houston.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think he's had one in Dallas for years, kind of thing.
That's cool.
So yeah, I saw something. I was like, is he on the one down here in Houston? Yeah, it kind of threw me for a loop there. Makes sense though. It's a bad dude. I guarantee they got $15 million in real estate in that place. It's
Oh,
huge.
yeah.
Yeah, it is giant. I will give them
Middle
that.
of downtown Houston.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on,
It's a very big
for
place.
sure. I just had another question I was about to bring up. Forgot. Drew a blank.
Jason Isbell's good too.
Oh, remember.
Side note.
Yes, he is. Steamboat.
Yes, sir.
How long you been going to Steamboat?
This will be my 6th.
6 years.
Charlie, how long you been going now? You working on 11 and 12?
11 or 12 years.
You got family up there though, right?
Yeah, used to.
Oh, they don't live there in Colorado no more?
They're dead. Thanks for bringing that up.
I didn't bring it up. You did. Family lives forever, man.
Nah, they did.
They did.
If y'all didn't hear that, Cody asked Chuck if he had family up there. He goes, "You got family up there, right?" And he goes, "No, they're dead. Thanks for bringing that up."
I guess I'm the insensitive one.
But yes,
Damn.
Steamboat.
When did it start? Does anybody know?
I think this is the 35th year?
Say again.
35th year.
35 years they've been having that.
Started it just as I think John Dixon and them just started it to take a trip to the mountains.
Just
and
go ski.
Had rented out a bar or had somebody come in and play, friends come in and play music while they went and skied or
Yeah.
whatever. And went on from there.
What's the affiliation with the Mile Zero Fest? Is that anything
No
to do with it?
affiliation.
Nothing
No.
whatsoever?
Not at all.
Because when I was there, somebody was talking about it, and they were like, the reason they're doing Mile Zero Fest is to get not everybody wants to go snow skiing, so we want to reduce the crowd at Steamboat, and just you can either have a choice to go snow skiing or you can go to the beach, one of the two.
Yeah. So I don't. If there's no affiliation, there's no affiliation. But I know that I think the same place that give like bundle ticket packages together where you can get like the hotel and whatever. I thought it was the same people that did
No,
that.
because Steamboat's all through Dixon Productions.
Okay.
And they put that on. That's their, you book everything through them. You get concerts and everything. At Mile Zero, they have packages like that, but it's like you do Airbnb. You can do things. You rent a house, rent a condo, and then you just buy the music package.
And you can't do that at Steamboat,
You
right?
can't do that at Steamboat.
See, I was looking to try and do that because I Airbnb everywhere, and I was going to Airbnb up there and then just buy but you can't just buy ticket concerts, right?
They put a limited amount, but it's mostly for locals,
Wow.
just for music package.
Yeah, I mean, even just to get passes to Steamboat, you need to know someone that has been.
Pretty much.
Someone has to go there, put their name on a list while you're there. There's
Yeah,
a
I put my
morning.
name on the list for the last 3 years, and I'm yet to get a phone call.
Yeah, you have to go, or you know someone. That way they can put you in a room. You can go.
Yeah.
But like I try to explain to people, it doesn't even matter if you don't like Texas country. I'm a huge fan of snowboarding. I absolutely love snowboarding. So for me to go to Colorado to go snowboarding with probably 100 of our friends, like our close friends, not just people we know from going, friends that we grew up with,
Yeah,
and go see every Texas country artist that you know and don't know.
yeah.
And it's a heavily discounted deal, because I'm almost positive that if you book a room at any one of those places outside of Music Fest, you're going to be paying arm and leg for it. I mean, even if you go to Breckenridge, I think that me and Chuck paid for just a lift pass for 2 or 3 days was like $330.
Oh yeah. No, ain't nothing cheap about going up
You
there.
can
No,
you
for
can
sure.
go to Steamboat, have 5 days or 5 nights, whatever, ski, music every day, and less than $1,000
Easily.
and that's room, condo, whatever it is, and your music package and your lift package.
Yeah.
Don't
You know,
get
I
no-
don't ski, but
Don't get no better than that.
but the music's nonstop.
When we did Breckenridge for 3 days, it was right at $1,000, no music.
Does anybody know anybody that's been to the Red Dirt Pub Crawl in Ireland?
in Ireland.
You've told me about it. That's all
Time
I've
to
ever
go.
heard about it.
Sounds like a fun trip.
November.
Yeah.
They have it every November. I don't think it's been going on for as
You've been,
long, right?
You've been talking about it for like 2 years or
I know.
so. 2
Well,
or
it's
3
right
years.
around the wife and my's anniversary. So, hey yo, trying to
So
get that
Misty, pay up.
on the ball. Yeah, no, it's very similar, right? 7 days, and it's a whole tickets back. And I may be thinking of Steamboat and the Red Dirt Pub Crawl being put on by the same folks, but it's the same thing: ticket package, room and board, airplane
Oh.
tickets. But it's a little more pricey.
I would imagine.
It's the $4,000 to $7,000, about what it is. But it's 6 or 7 days
For the-
full
for the venue?
concerts. Well, yeah, you get that's your room and board.
What's
that's your
a flight
flights.
look like? Oh, that's flight too.
That's everything. $4,000 to $7,000 a person, something like that. But yeah, you go listen to. Imagine listening to Reckless Kelly singing 7 Nights in Ireland in fucking Ireland.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, that would be intense.
Dude.
So it's a full list of Texas
Yeah,
guys.
it's not as prominent as Steamboat or Mile Zero, obviously, right? And not everybody wants to haul up there, but they got pretty good folks. Their last
Check that out.
last 2 3 years.
I haven't heard of that.
It's in November. It happens in November.
I've literally never been out of the country. I don't
You
even
been
have
to Mexico?
Nope. No, I don't have a passport. I just never got one.
Did they allow people like you with passports?
Hey, I'm a normal citizen now.
Are you?
I blend in a lot better than I used
I'm looking
to.
at
Look
that
like
hat
an
and I'm
Amish
saying
guy.
otherwise.
I'm ish.
Amish.
I'm ish. Yeah, I need to get a passport because me and my girl have been talking about going to like Jamaica or something.
Yeah.
There's some.
Well, dude, flights out of Houston going Southwest to all over the Caribbean and Mexico and all that stuff are cheap. You get $300, you go round trip Cancun.
Well, we just signed up for a Southwest credit card,
Bingo.
dude.
All over it.
20,000 points right out the gate. Let's go. Let's go somewhere. Let's fly. I don't care. We can go to.
Cut to 2 years from now, Cody's swarming in debt.
Don't do it.
card. No, we got she's got a pretty good head on her shoulders, so I'm not worried about it.
Let her manage the money.
Just so all you young bucks, just so you know, get you a smart financial woman. You ain't got to worry about a damn thing after that.
There you go. So if no music venues you like here, where else in the rest of the state? What's your favorite spot?
Obviously, it's Green, New Braunfels, that area.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no better place than Hill Country.
No
I
better
don't get
place.
to go enough, but that's a spot.
Make me sad.
Yeah, New
Just
Braunfels.
think about
Yeah, Green, Billy Bob, or River Road Ice House, and then if you for us, if you just go a little further, go to the Frio and go to House Pasture. It don't matter who's there.
Dude, I've seen some badass concerts
You
at
could
Whitewater
have
Amphitheater too.
someone as crappy as David Grace playing there. And you're gonna have a good time. Oh, he's still over here, is he? Oh, he's inside. We're good.
There he is.
Well. Looky here. Somebody just walked in. Mr. Brandon Dearlam, of all people. How are you, sir?
What it do?
Where's your hat, man?
The short brim himself.
I gotta go back home and pick it up.
Yeah, man, it's that night.
Is this that night?
It's that
It's
night.
hat night, man. We've been talking about, because you had to reschedule this night
I've had to reschedule it 3 times.
3 times. Yeah, we've been talking about this
It was
for.
supposed to be last weekend, but Garrett got a free ticket to the Stones, so I understood.
and I was in Arkansas, so that's why you didn't do it too.
Yeah, exactly.
How was that?
Oh my gosh, dude! Surf the Bull, Bull Shoals Lake, Arkansas. It's way out there. It's the lake is actually borders Missouri. You can get on your boat and drive from.
It's pronounced Missouri.
Missouri. You can drive your boat from Arkansas to Missouri. It's an awesome place, dude. The water is perfectly still. It's hills everywhere. The water was up. I went 2 years ago. Water was up. Last year it was down, and I didn't go. This year I went. Water was back up. So maybe it's me. Who knows? Kevin's the kid that he's a kid. He's a little bit older than me. He runs the marina over there. Super cool dude. We stayed on a 50-foot houseboat. Typically, the year I went, 2 years ago, we stayed on it for like from Tuesday to Sunday. This year we only did Friday and Saturday. Just there was some church group there or something like that. But man, I mean, the people that are there through Doomswell, everybody knows Brock and Doomswell. The people that he knows from all walks. Like, there's 2 dudes there from Boston, Chris DeFranco and Phil. Dude, the accents kill me.
Oh yeah.
He at one point he was sitting there and he goes, "Oh my God, I'm parched." He straight up said parched. And then later in the night, somebody said something. He goes, "What do you think I'm gonna do this soba?" SOBA, soba.
I think there's an H on the end of it too.
So he wants us to go out to Boston and hang out, and I'm just like, I've never really had a desire to go to Boston until now.
Has them Boston boys ever come down to Texas?
Yeah, I think that they came. I think they came to Dallas for an event not too long ago because our buddy Matt, he does DFW. He's the Doomswell rep in DFW, and he has. I was supposed to be a part of this event that's happening at the end of this month, but I'm not going to be able to make it. We got signed up for Red Bull boxcar derby races, so they're building a full-on boxcar. Like a downhill jammer.
Yep.
Just brakes. Mm-hmm. They're a little bit of suspension.
Where's this taking place at?
I think it's in Dallas. I'm almost certain it's in Dallas. We got a group text together right now. They're doing layout plans. This guy's got an awesome fab shop up there that he goes to. He's got everything you need, and they're outright building this thing for. We got chosen through Red Bull.
Really?
Because Matt is a Red Bull rep.
Yeah.
Or he was, whatever, and he petitioned to be in it, and they only however many people sign up for it, they only choose a few, like 40 or 50 teams or something like that, and it's got to be a team of 8.
I'm imagining the Red Bull cliff jump things I've seen.
Cliff diving. He's out. He goes Possum Kingdom every year. That's the one place I haven't been. I want to go is Possum Kingdom. I've heard a lot. Yeah, that cliff diving stuff.
Well, this is the one where they roll the cars off there and they try to float down gently.
Oh yeah. That's called something.
I have no idea.
I remember what you're.
When you said boxcar thing, whatever, I was
put
thinking
wings on it and they fly off that platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember but the cliff diving is literal guys diving off of 100-foot cliffs and doing acrobatic things and flips and twists and
Dudes
turns.
in Speedos.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's all right.
No. If you're into Spice Girls and stuff, I guess.
But so they're Matt and Brock and everybody else. They're gonna do the boxcar derby thing. So I don't think I'll be able to make it. But that seems like a lot of fun.
It does seem like a lot of fun. I think I'm supposed to go to Brock's house this evening for craps.
Oh, you jumped on that bandwagon? Are you in the what is it? The LC gambling crew or whatever?
I don't know.
Illegal gambling, by the way.
I don't.
FBI, if you're listening, which we know you are.
Illegal gambling. No, I don't know anything
Brock
about
Dumois.
whatever you just said. I was just asked to partake in some crap shooting.
Yeah, he's been asking me to go. I don't mind craps. The last time when we went to New Orleans in May, it was my first time to go to New Orleans. We went to Harrah's.
Uh-huh.
I really like the digital roulette table.
Okay.
There's no actual dealer because it's a little slower pace. Because I'm not really good with math, and so when it comes to craps and roulette and everything and poker,
There's not a lot of math in roulette, bud. You just put some chips down wherever she lands.
well, no, okay, maybe not. Yeah, not roulette, but no, like
blackjack.
yeah, blackjack, poker, craps, all that stuff. Or you have to you got to really think that thing through, or you're gonna lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it was easy. I could start small and work my way up.
You roll a ball.
I didn't mean it.
That red and black will fucking get you. You're right.
Hey, the double zeros what got me.
Hey,
Me and Brock, when we're on the road, sometimes we'll roll by a casino. He goes, let's go put 100 on red, 100 on black.
man's double green.
It's every time, every single time, double green. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, no, that's when you know you're having a fucking off day. You go put $20 on red and it fucking comes up green. You're just like, okay, fuck, I need to get out of
Yeah,
here.
let's get out of here.
Ugh.
And I don't understand.
I always bet that.
In New Orleans, the homeless people hang out outside of casinos. Do you not know that we lose money in the casinos? Hey man, you got any cash? You gotta go inside and get that, bud. I don't know what you're looking for me for. I ain't got
Left it
nothing.
all inside.
My aunt, my mom and her sisters, they all go to Mississippi and gambling all throughout the year, but they go on what's called girls trip. And my aunt actually hit like a $30,000 pop one time. And dude, she didn't get 5 feet away from that machine, and people were, please, I need like $1,000. I need this, I need that. Like security cat had come and like help her out because people were pandering to her and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Crazy, dude.
I wish I'd like to find out.
Yeah, I would love to know that feeling for sure. I would take. That's what I tell people all the time. I'd take 1,000, and I'd be just as thrilled if I won $1 million.
No, because that 1,000 goes right back. I promise you that.
Yeah, and then
At some point, yeah. At some point in your lifetime, if you step foot back in a casino, they're like, I knew that 1,000 coming
they
back.
start offering that. Hey, we'll give you 2 free nights. Come on back. Bring your family.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go to. The first casino I ever went to was Golden Nugget in Louisiana, and after that,
Showing my age now.
oh yeah, you get like you said, hey, you can come stay here for you can stay here in a few nights. You can do this, you can do that. Free room. You can come stay for free. You can come hang out in our pool. You can listen to a concert. You're like, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. And then you leave on Wednesday. Go, that was a terrible idea.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you're $7,000 in debt. Southwest credit cards maxed out.
Can I get cash off this thing?
Oh man, it's getting crowded in here, huh?
Yeah.
The power cave, man.
It's a big night.
Hank, when did you start having everybody start coming over to the house all the time, hang out like this?
As soon as I bought this house.
Yeah,
It just always was a place to go to, I guess.
ain't nothing wrong with that, huh?
Well,
Yeah, not bad.
This was your parents, or that was what was first? This one or that one?
Where I'm at now.
This was your
my
parents
par-
first, and then they
But
built over there.
My dad actually built this house in '76 out of high school. We had a chance to buy it back, and then we all
Oh, so
lived
y'all
here.
had just neighbors, just people living here.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't know that.
When we lived next door,
Yeah.
we sold this to that couple that lived here, and then they sold it back to us when we decided to come back to Santa Fe.
Cool. Nice.
So we're pointing and doing everything, and
That's fine.
they can't tell.
They got an idea. Left point, right point.
It's all right.
Yeah, so it's always
roundabout.
been just when I kind of took it over when I moved in, it was just kind of after blues, come over, come watch football here, or watch games, just hang out.
A lot of Cowboys fans, huh?
Pretty much all of them, besides me and a couple others.
Yeah, we can't all be perfect,
It's hard. What is it? It's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way.
That's a fact. David Grace knows all about that. That's that Lone Star in a can, son.
Lone Star Light, mind you.
Hey, you need another pull off this bourbon bottle?
Huh?
Need another pull off this bourbon bottle?
No, I'm good.
No, he's got to make it. He's got a long night ahead of him too.
What? What does he have to do? He got a show? Oh, just tonight in general.
Tonight in general.
Yeah,
It's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
Long night.
So what goes into today? We got Garrett and what's
Garrett
the other
and
fellow's?
Bo Brumble.
We got Garrett and Bo
Bo
coming in.
Brumble, let me just say, that dude's a sleeper.
Sleeper? What do you mean?
Sleeper. I met when I was living in Austin. You were there, right? When we went to River Road Ice House.
Yes.
Yeah.
First, that's the only time I've seen him.
Okay. Yeah. So him, Andy McDonald, and like a few other people. Hey, we're gonna be at River Road Ice House. Saturday night, whatever. Gonna go see a guy play. I was like, oh yeah, I'll, hop, skip, and jump away from me. So I go down there. We go to River Road Ice House, and I've only been to River Road Ice House when it's balls packed.
Yeah.
There was literally us and like 3 other couples at the bar. That's it. And
What
he
does
was actually
balls packed mean?
Balls packed.
Balls packed.
okay. So if your
Sorry,
balls, mother, just push pause real quick. Or fast forward, I guess.
Skip
fast
ahead
forward,
30
yeah.
seconds.
Fast forward, skip, double tap. It's packed. It's bad packed. Nuts to butts.
Nuts to butts. That's Cody's favorite spot.
That's why I'm working in my prime. But no, there was nobody there, and he goes on stage, and it was on the little tiny side stage on the side, and somebody like play Chris Stapleton just said it, and he was like, okay, and you thinking Chris Stapleton's a really good singer. This dude belted it, like nailed it. He got that raspiness to it, and they just killed it. And I was like, this dude's badass. Well, then out of nowhere, takes the bartender from behind the bar. What's her name? That blonde chick. I can't-
Midnight River Choir's sister.
Yeah, sister.
Can't remember.
She
her
comes
name.
from behind the bar, and I had no idea who she was. And she starts belting songs out with him playing. And they played Lake Street Dive,
nice.
Mistakes.
Yes.
Dude, that's the first time I heard it. I'd never heard the original song until that night.
I jam that song all the time in my house with the bass all the way up. I got a good subwoofer right there in the living room. Anytime we're cleaning or I'm cooking or doing whatever, I just put that shit on and
Boom. Yep.
oh yeah, lay it down, son.
Dude, that's such a good tune right there. And that's not even, I don't even know what you would consider that music, that genre of music, but it's just bluesy, soulful, easy
Soul
listening,
music, man.
easy
Americana.
listening music.
Americana.
You think Lake Street Drive is Lake Street Dive, right?
Dive,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're Americana? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Would not have guessed that.
They jam out. I like their version of Rich Girl too. You ever listen to that?
Yes. Yeah, I have actually. That's a good
Pretty
one.
good. They play in like a fucking basement, concrete wall basement,
Yeah.
and they still sound amazing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We got a little trumpet in there.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if y'all listen to the Tedeschi trucks.
Yes.
I like them a whole lot.
It's very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar
Yeah,
group.
it is.
Yeah.
It is, absolutely. It's like they come from the same
so-
kind of place.
Funny story, or whatever, little tit note. Midnight River Choir. So, my wife's cousin, his name is Jeremy Yeager, lives up there off River Road, has played music with a bunch of folks or whatever. Supposedly, and I haven't been able to come to this is what he kind of told me or whatever, but he wrote and played lead guitar on Midnight River Choir on their first album.
Wow.
He
name
wrote
sounds familiar.
like their first album basically, and some of their second whatever.
Damn.
Is what he told me. I've only met him once at a wedding, and cool guy. Was running around playing the guitar and singing, long hair, and he's into cars and music.
I would hope music, yeah. That'd be the second one.
My kind of guy. Well, I don't think he plays anymore. I think he's like retired,
Oh, he's an older guy.
and he just
Older
picks
cat.
up. He's in his 40s, I guess. He's probably
he's
a
just
little older
retired
than Misty.
from
you know?
Okay, just retired from what he does.
Yeah, he's got a house on River Road, and he redoes cars, and builds like cool benches and desks and different shit or whatever out of
Yeah.
old car parts. And supposedly he's had a very successful music career.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
The first time I saw Midnight River Choir was actually Green Hall.
yeah.
Dude. Well, the best part, they were playing that was actually the Americana Fest. It's the first time I seen them. And we were in that it's a shotgun bar across the street from Green Hall. What's it called?
Mosey's.
Mosey's, yeah.
Yep.
You know, it's shoulder to shoulder in there, so you can't fit a whole lot of people in there.
Nuts to butts.
Balls packed.
Balls packed like
And,
Cody likes it.
And I guess Chuck and them know them or whatever, and they come walking in, and we all got shots with them, and then I didn't know who they were. They were just regular dudes, whatever. I thought just hanging out at the festival. Lo and behold, they go on stage. That's Midnight River Choir. I was like, oh, that's who these guys are.
Jamming
Okay.
out.
Oh yeah, they rocked it hard, dude.
Oh,
They're a killer little band.
What's your favorite concert you ever seen? All your days.
You missed out on a good concert recently.
What's that?
Your Cody Jinks at Red Rocks.
I did miss out on
You
that.
missed out on that one.
Well, Charlie Rice got to.
Sean McConnell, Green Hall, greatest concert ever.
There you go. That's
That was
Chuck
Charlie
Rice chiming in.
I was there.
Charlie Rice, Sean McConnell
Probably
at Green
wasn't
Hall.
invited to that one either.
Well, Charlie don't invite nobody unless he needs to use them for something.
me all kind of places.
No, you're just tag along. You're up his ass. Your ball's packed on him.
Nuts to butts with him.
That's hard to say for me. Just seen so many,
Well, you can spread it out between 2 or 3 of them. You need to.
No. It's probably something at Steamboat, something that just caught me off guard, something I didn't plan on catching or seeing. Mike Ryan put on a hell of an acoustic show in Steamboat that really got me liking him a lot more.
Yeah. That's why I like them guys that they play, and then you're like, okay, I gotta go look into him. That's,
Exactly. And that's what I like about Steamboat, because I don't get to venture out as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Go listen to new bands, listen to new music. So Steamboat's that time where I can, while everybody else is skiing, I can go down and watch a show, catch somebody that I haven't heard before, go to open mic and listen to people, and that's why I enjoy Steamboat. But greatest show of all time, it's hard to say. I really don't. Come back to me.
Okay,
Let me
Cody.
think.
Easily Red Rocks. First time we went, I think it was 2014. Went and saw John Butler Trio.
This is outside of Denver, right?
Yeah,
The
it's
big
in Morrison,
Red Rock
Morrison,
amphitheater,
Colorado. It's
huge.
10,000 person amphitheater. It's built into the mountains. They got a trail that you can walk around it and everything.
And it's like
3 mile
built-in
trail.
acoustics, right? They designed it so the sound is crazy, right?
Yeah, it pitches from the very bottom and just goes straight out into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could hear it for miles if you were far behind there, but
Yeah.
it's all rocks. It's not even. I don't even know if you can hike back there or anything. It's just so rugged. But John Butler Trio, when we got there, we were actually really close up. We were probably 5 or 6 rows from the stage. So we're really close. And John Butler Trio, he's from Australia. I've been listening to him for a long time. I saw him at House of Blues in Myrtle Beach. I went to Myrtle Beach and saw him at House of Blues. And that was a really, really good show. That didn't hold a candle next to Red Rocks. Going seeing him, you listen to somebody for so long, and then you finally get to see him. It's almost like seeing a celebrity out in the wild. You know what I mean? You're just so starstruck, because the one time we saw him at House of Blues, my buddy Chad looked over to me and goes, "He's right there." Like, he's within spitting distance right now. It's just a weird thing to hear somebody with such an impact on your musical, whatever you listen to, and then to go see them and be close to them. Other than Texas country, we damn near know all these guys. We're friends with them.
Yeah.
But this is somebody from Australia. It's foreigner. But when we got there, this guy named Frank Turner started playing. Got up there on stage at Red Rocks with him and his guitar. That's it.
10,000 people.
Well, not yet. The 10,000 hadn't rolled in yet.
Okay.
But they were, slowly coming in. He was opening act. The sunlight was still out and all that stuff. And then John Butler came out and just absolutely rocked the show. Look him up if you get a chance. And then we had a wild weekend. One weekend we stayed at Turner Ando's dad's place in New Braunfels on River Road. Really, really super nice house. Went to Whitewater Amphitheater and saw Expendables, Slightly Stupid, and the Dirty Heads. Left the next morning, drove or left that night. Actually, let me rebuttal. We drove home that night. Stayed at my buddy Brett's house. His mom took us to the airport. We flew to Colorado, and we stayed in the national park that's adjacent to Morrison, the town that Red Rocks is in. Stayed in their park there, in it's a bunk house. It's got 2 bunks and a heater in there. That's it. We stayed in there, 6 of us, and then we went and saw Incubus and Deftones at Red Rocks. And when we did the
lineup right there, son.
we did the trail. There's a 3-mile trail that goes around it. We saw they were doing the sound checking for Incubus, so we're just hiking this little trail, and you just hear Incubus songs in the background, stuff like that. Dude, that was
Hell yeah.
time of a lifetime, dude. That was way better than anything I've ever seen.
Hell yeah.
Way better than Spice Girls.
All that being said, Spice Girls concert.
So yeah, I mean, anything. I obviously not disappointed about Red Rocks the 2 times I've been. Steamboat is definitely. I mean, for me, it's just because we don't do it down here, but snowboarding, we literally do a King of the Mountain run. We go up to the what's the name of that top, the bar that has all the Bloody Marys. Anyway, we go to
Never
this
been.
one. We all get a beer. We load up and haul ass down the mountain to go to Slopeside. It's a bar and grill down at the bottom of the slopes. You know how the rules go from out cold. First one to the bottom with the most beer wins. Well, I don't want to give him any credit, but I'll give credit where it's due. Chuck Rice always wins.
Smokes everybody.
Smokes them, and then gets down to absolute full beer. Mine's crushed and empty. By the time I get down, it's done. But when we do that, like just the fact that it's not just about the music, like you get to go.
Camaraderie and
Yeah,
everything.
exactly, and you meet so many like different walks of people and stuff like that. Like it's just, I think last year you and my girlfriend went to, it was an older country,
Chestnut.
Mark Chestnut.
Hell yeah.
She could not stop talking about it. She's like, we would love to get him at the fair this year just because he's just performs. He's just a good performer,
You're from Beaumont, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great
Oh,
show.
is he really?
It was
I didn't know that.
There's like 10 of them on stage, all acoustic, and it was just an acoustic show, but it was really, really good.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
Mine has to be, and I know I've said it on here before, but around 2011, 2012, we're at Concrete Street Amphitheater down in Corpus Christi. And it was Memorial Weekend. She was my girlfriend then, but my wife now came down there and visited me. And we went to Concrete Street for a concert that had this little-known guy that I never heard of named Cody Johnson, followed up by this other band that
Never
I've only
heard of
listened
her.
to a couple times called Turnpike Troubadours. And then it was Stoney LaRue, followed by Randy Rogers.
Yeah.
Damn.
All at Concrete Street. All, whatever, $30. Here's your ticket. I go down there. And we get there early, and there is about 70 people in the crowd listening to Cody Johnson rock the fuck out.
Wow.
And
The first time I heard about Cody was at Steamboat.
yeah,
I saw him 4 times in a row. Acoustic show and the big tent.
same thing. If I could have seen him 4 times in a row, I would have too, man. He
I had
he
no idea
freaking
who he
rocked
was.
out.
No idea
And I was
who he
like,
was.
man, this guy's badass. And then he had the song about Santa Fe in there, right?
Well, everybody gets real upset about that because he doesn't really sing that song very much. When he played at Houston Rodeo, he didn't even
Well, it's
sing
a-
that song.
The song's 8
It's
years
old
old
now.
now,
I
you know?
mean,
You're not going to
so
sing
old.
8-year-old song no more.
But
Yeah.
Scott Brown, Scooter Brown Band, was co-writer for that song, and David Grace had a chance to play with him one night, and we were all hanging out. So I had to ask him, "Is it really Santa Fe, Texas?" Now he could have been filling me full of shit. I don't know, but
Did he know you were from Santa Fe?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he said yes, it's the rodeo in Santa Fe. So
I mean,
Man, I got to think
you
the
know,
song,
the way it goes, yeah.
the whole song
and
is
he's from Texas,
is-
right?
Cody,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, why would you sing about Santa Fe, New
well, the
Mexico?
whole, what's the name of the song? I'm drawing a blank on the name of the
Texas kind of way.
Yeah.
Texas kind of way. The whole song is Texas kind of way. He says Huntsville.
There's no other, there's no other Santa Fe,
6th Street in
Texas.
Austin.
Yeah.
And he says the rodeo in Santa Fe. Everything else is Texas.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you'd put that one
Yeah.
in there
Yeah.
that's not, right?
But supposedly it is. So I don't know. It's kind of a cool story though. We actually played at Miranda Lambert's winery when we played together. And
Where's that at?
Where's she from? Laneville or East Texas area, and little winery area. And played there with them. It was really cool. Scott Brown actually, he just had played at the Grand Ole Opry for the first time. Opened up for Charlie Daniels. pretty dang cool.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of wineries, could you fill us in on the benefit that's going down at Hack?
August 24th, Hack Winery, Strong One Week Festival. David Grace and Josh Ward will be playing. It's going to be a good time. It's $50 ticket, but it's
Goes to
small,
a great cause.
Great cause. A small venue. You can
And
see
you can
Josh
win.
Ward, and it's pretty much free beer. So
Yeah.
until they run out.
And they've got really good wine too. Like Hack,
Hack's
that's
legit.
award-winning wine. It's
Actually,
it's very, very good wine.
But you won't be able to see Josh Ward in a small place like that.
Yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore, because he's definitely blown up.
Heck yeah.
It's good.
August 24th, huh?
August 24th.
I have to look into that.
Dude, because last year was Bruce Robinson and Charlie Robinson
I remember
prior
that.
to the retiring. So
I remember that.
that was
They've had
was
Reckless
so-
Kelly.
What
show.
happened with Charlie Robinson?
his
Big
voice.
Yeah, did he have
Just
surgery?
It was the
Believe
same
so.
thing almost the same thing that Wade Bowen had. Wade Bowen was able to recoup and get out of it. Charlie Robinson, his doctors was like, no mas.
That's super sad, man. I
Yeah.
love Charlie Robinson.
Well, he's not recording or anything. He doesn't do any.
No, but still, it's just Loving
anything
County
new.
is one of my favorite
Dude.
fucking songs.
I mean, I don't remember what year graduating class where they had My Hometown was, that was the epitome of our high school, or at least my high school. That was our song.
Yeah.
That made sense, and it was easy song to play on guitar too. So it was a crowd favorite. But it was a simple song, but it hit hard.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. Like when David came out with that "Look Good on You," I was like, dude, this is the hit. This is the one. This is the one that's gonna take
When
off.
I heard
And
him play that, that's what I had him play on this podcast.
Oh yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I told him because he goes, I was like, man, play us out, give us one more tune, and he said, what do you want to hear? I said, Look Good on You. I was like, that's the one, man.
That's the one,
that's
dude.
a fucking jam,
yeah,
man.
I texted him after he released it because he sent me a link to it before he released it, just because I'm cooler than everybody else.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm fancy like
got
that.
short brim hat?
Yeah. No, but he was like, hey, check it out, and I was like, dude, this is the one, man.
Yeah.
And then he plays with he talks on here. I don't know. I have to explain who he is, but yeah.
No, but if anybody's listening who hasn't, go check out David Grace, man. He's fucking good. He's good.
He's all right.
No, dude, he's fucking powerful. The Seven Spanish Angels, when he
Yeah.
goes up there and sings, and whatever. Some of them just power vocals, man. It's just it's crazy. It's crazy to see.
Yeah. Plays with old Mark Broussard. I like Mark. Well, I only knew Mark Broussard from that Home song, and me and you used to jam in high school
Yep.
on the daily, and then
Yep.
lo and behold, of all people, David Grace goes on tour with him.
Well, dude, they're
Or I
like
guess was it tour? I mean, they played
Pretty
like
much,
what 3 or 4
Yeah,
shows.
they
Yeah,
They got a few
Several
more
shows,
coming
yeah.
up too. So
well, they're kind of a perfect match. They have the same
it's
style of music,
soul
man.
music.
Yeah, soul. It's just big.
David won't claim he's not Texas country by any means. He's
Yeah.
soul music, and that's absolutely what it is, 100%.
Well, that's what I asked him if he had any goals on getting on any Texas country charts and this and that, and he said nope. And he goes, I'm not Texas country.
Yeah.
It's like I'm something different. I'm soul. I'm,
Yeah.
Whatever. And I said, and after he said that, it made sense. I'm like, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's something different. But it's perfect, man. So, Hank, what do we want to do with this thing, with the Knights of the Round Table?
Knights of the Round Table, Square Table. I don't know. We need to do some more. We need
I
to
know.
figure some stuff
Yeah.
out. Try to get some musicians on here. Figure out if we can have them play and just try to do something a little more.
Not too long ago, you told me you couldn't tell me something about the fair. Can you still not tell me?
Why are we talking about this on a podcast?
Because I'm calling you out.
No, I'm not telling you anything.
Dang it.
Hank,
Try to see if I
like
can
a fucking
catch him slipping. He's not drinking yet. Hey,
Like
you got
an ancient-
Rumple in there, don't you?
I'll always have Rumple.
like an ancient stone. He ain't fucking shook, son. Giving it pressure.
So let's hype the anticipation. Something big's going down for the fair. Y'all get excited.
I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good.
Good
already
power
excited.
move. Power move like Power Cave.
Believe so.
All right. Okay.
So, do you book everybody for the fair?
No, Anthony Capadona
Not yet.
does, and the entertainment group does it all now. But he'll call me every now and then and ask for suggestions, or run stuff by me to see what happens.
Well,
So,
you're kind of the ear to the ground of what everybody's kind of into around
that's
here.
what I
huh?
hear. That's what I hear.
Well,
so.
and
It's a lot of
what me and him
responsibility.
have talked about is like really what it takes is just like people that we know that run it. They don't ever leave Santa Fe, you know. And so they, you know, they just need to diversify a little bit. We got to spread out. You know, we've been doing the same thing for so long. We need to spread out a little bit. And so my mom, she's a committee member there. She contacted me. She's like, you know, what kind of music can we get over here? I was like, let me call Hank. That's all I know. You know, I don't know enough, but I know that Hank he will travel for music. We'll, you know, hobo standing on the side of the road will travel for music. You know,
Absolutely.
So I'm hoping that it's hopefully it's going to be a good step in the right direction to get a little more exposure out there.
Yeah.
Get some bigger,
who
bigger
we had
bands.
last year? We had Joe Diffie. He fucking rocked out. Last time you heard
Joe
fucking
Diffie,
Joe Diffie song.
that I keep missing that dude's name. David just said it a little while ago.
The old boy from
John Stork.
John
John
Stork.
Stork.
John Stork was you know, not a big name person, but still like powerful show, good show. You know.
Man, I know y'all agree with this too, right? You don't care much about the name as much as somebody's gonna go up there and fucking play some good music, right? You know.
Well, that's what we care about, but
Yeah.
you got to draw
Well,
too.
sell the tickets. You're right.
gotta sell
I
the
mean,
tickets.
you know, but who the opening guys, right?
Yeah. No, it was good, and because it was John Stork, Flatland, and Mike Ryan.
Have you heard of these kids out of Pearland, Nick and the Groove?
I do. They're actually playing today in Beer House, King's Beer House or whatever.
King's
but-
Beer Garden?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Jared's favorite restaurant.
And my favorite band right now.
Yeah, I think they're playing at 6 today, from what I
Dude.
heard.
Have you seen them?
Once, just real quick. I think the benefit we had after the shooting and everything, they played out at the fairgrounds for a little
they
bit.
really?
Cause it's kind of all part of that School of Rock, and
Yes.
he got up there. I think they just played like 1 or 2 songs,
Really?
and then but the rest of the kids got up there and sang. It was really cool.
I was there at that benefit, but I don't remember them. But I also didn't know about them at that time either.
Yeah,
That's
you remember
funny.
a bunch of the kids getting up there and playing
No,
and
I
singing?
don't. No, I don't. I may have.
You
may
told
have
me
been
about
later.
you were
earlier.
telling me about Nick and the Groove. It's been months now, but
Dude, yeah. So I've been watching a long time, but I don't think it was then.
I just remember
That's
that,
over a year ago. You know.
The video went wild that somebody posted, I guess, somewhere, and it just
That's when I
Jumped
heard
off,
about them, right?
and
So
then-
they did Barracuda.
yeah.
He was singing Barracuda, and it got on like Barstool Sports or something like that.
did it
Yeah.
really?
It got over 1 million views. They were on the news after that and all that
Nice.
stuff.
That's cool.
And so I saw it on Instagram on like Barstool Sports or whatever it was, and I clicked on their page. I looked at them. They're from Pearland. I'm like, no fucking shit. So
Yeah.
click follow, and then I started following them. They played at the Garage Bar out there in Alvin. Went and watched them there. They've played at the League City Music Festival this past year. I went and watched them there. And they played at the Alvin Music Festival, opening up for, man, it was an old country guy
Yeah.
who you kind of feel bad for because
It was,
these kids are good,
Neil
man.
McCoy?
Yes. It was Neil McCoy playing after these kids, and I'm like,
and those kids outshined him.
well, I mean, Neil McCoy is as great as he is 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, it's just and the kids, they don't play any original songs, right? So it's all covers. So it's all everything everybody knows. And so everybody
it's like,
and
it's
they're
like
good.
going to see the Spasmatics. I mean, that's
Exactly.
you know
So,
every song that they sing.
But these kids are good.
Dude, they really are. They're
very
super
young.
talented.
They're pretty young, right?
Oh yeah.
I think all of them are still in high school except for one.
Oh,
the
really?
piano
I didn't
player.
know that young. I was thinking
No,
college.
they were like last year. They were like 16. So I think they're either have all turned 17. They're either all 17 or 18.
Wow.
And I think the piano player, she's the oldest one. She was 18 when the rest of them were 16. So she may be like 19.
wow, that's cool.
And yeah, super talented. And they're very good, very good. Every time I go, I'm blown away by. And they always add something new. Like they'll go Dolly Parton to Tool. To freaking
cover
Brooks
Tool?
and Dunn. Yes.
Really?
Dude,
I think the one video I saw, they were doing Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton.
Wow.
They do what's that song Blue by the Keith Urban.
Keith Urban.
And then they'll go Led Zeppelin.
Damn.
It just all in Barracuda and
Yeah.
whatever. Like they're all over the place, man. But that guy can nail it.
They got
He's
some
good,
talent.
man.
They got some talent. That's awesome.
He's good. It's fun to listen to. And so it's every time I've gone and seen them, so at the Garage Bar, right? It's kind of old cowboys and bikers and whatever, rough and tumble little bar kind of, right? Nothing too bad, right? But they're sitting there and they start playing, and everybody's kind of rustling, bustling, bottles clinking, and all this stuff. And they'll hit Chris Stapleton, and all the Cowboys can pick their old hat up. Goddamn, pretty good. The next thing you know, they're singing Led Zeppelin, and all the bikers kind of turn around like, fuck, look at these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And after the third or fourth song, everybody's perked up, paying attention.
Intrigued.
It's quiet. It's not, and they're
That's
like,
smart, yeah.
It makes, like, the way they do their set and then how everybody responds is really fun to watch, because I go in there to watch them.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to see. I know what they're about. But everybody else is just there, and these kids are playing, right? We come to drink at the Garage Bar on Friday night, but it's fun to watch everybody else kind of get involved
How
with
they
what
react.
Yeah, it's been really cool to see them kids do that.
I did the same thing in Arkansas last week. We were it was like 9 in the morning, maybe a little bit earlier. We got on the surf boat to go to shore so we can go get some supplies and stuff. So there's a little bit of fog on the water, hanging out, and my cousin Brock, he was like, hey, what do you all listen to? And I said, put on Tyler Chiller's White House Road. And all these Red Bull, motocross kind of ex-sports kind of guys, like we had a professional photographer with us and all this other stuff. Super cool dude. His laugh, dude, you got to get him worked up. You kind of wheel him up. It was the best thing ever. Once you got him going, there wasn't stopping it. But just all these, ex-sports kind of guys, I said, put on Tyler Childers, and they played it on that boat. We were cruising across the lake and White House Road. All of them were like, that was the perfect song for this situation right now. I was like, I'm telling you, dude.
Hell yeah.
Tyler Childers, where it's at.
Hell yeah.
It was awesome.
What do you think, Cody?
Well, I think we covered the basics. I don't know. What time is it?
I'm digging that hat.
How long have we been doing this?
We're an hour and 20 minutes in.
Oh, yeah. We're good. Yeah. I don't know about the hat. I'm filling it out. Because you remember when I wore a fedora? Sorry to bring this up, but
I don't remember.
I think I was actually hanging out with your brother at the time. That's who I was hanging out with a lot. And I was wearing a green fedora. I actually wore it on my cruise when we went on our cruise.
So is fedora like the golf one or the Tom Landry hat?
I think it's Tom Landry. It's a curled brim. It's like that right there. That's fedora.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
yeah,
I know y'all can't see, but
that's the Tom Landry hat.
Google it.
Google it.
You can do it yourself. I tried that out. It was just kind of like just ha, this is funny, whatever, like ironically, I guess.
Yeah.
And so after I tried this one, I got onto this website to look up for this hat, and they were like, premium fedoras. I was like, man, I don't want to buy another fedora. I don't want to be that guy, But it's just it's just a unique hat, and I really honestly think it's. Bryce said it perfectly the other day. Is like, you literally can't wear this hat unless you have long hair or long beard. If you have neither, you can't wear this hat. And I was like, that makes sense.
Charlie Crockett say something different.
Yeah, but he's unique in himself. Unique. Like he just the way he talks is unique, And
he's
so
unique.
do you think he wears that on? Do you think he wears that on a daily basis though, or does he wear it for his music videos? You know what I'm saying?
He wears it to his concerts for sure.
I would too, but that's an event. That's like this is an event hat.
But what do you think about his lisp?
It is different.
Well, here's the thing: he doesn't talk with a lisp.
He doesn't.
But he sings with a lisp.
Yeah, and it's heavy.
Heavy.
Like
noticeable.
Changes his words lisp.
And if you listen to some old songs he used to do, no lisp.
I noticed that too. I was listening to I can't think of it now, but one of the songs I was listening, I was like, is this an older one? And then come to find out it was a newer song, and then his older, it's the same thing. No lisp whatsoever. Not whatsoever, but not near as emphasized.
So my question is, so that's, I guess, artistically implanted?
I guess so. It's just how he sings. I don't really know. I never noticed it before.
I'd love to ask him.
Email him.
I did try to get him on the podcast.
No reply.
Nothing.
In case y'all are wondering, Jared needs some podcasters. So if y'all have any connection with anybody, please let us know.
What's his name? So I had JB Salceda is the owner of TexasHumor.com.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So I had him on last year, and when I went up there and did a podcast with him, they actually had a studio they were setting up, and they're doing their own podcast, and it's called Y'all Need This Podcast, hosted by JB Salceda and the Texas Humor folks. He's got a little more reach than I do, right? So his first episode was with the governor, Jim Abbott. Greg Abbott.
Wow.
I almost said Jim Abbott, the Texas Hammer.
And his son, the Texas Hammer.
The Texas Hammer.
I didn't get that one.
But yeah, he had Abbott, the governor, on, right? And his second show was Charlie Crockett.
Really?
And so I
That's
listened to them,
reach,
and they were
yeah.
they're pretty good. He was pretty good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We'll get there
One day.
one day.
It was a lot of fun.
Rich and famous.
So Hank, we're an hour and 25 minutes in. It's 4:47. I know we're supposed to wrap this thing up about 5.
What is this, Central Time?
Central Pacific
Because I know that we're
Western. Mountain Time.
worldwide. This podcast is worldwide. So
It's factually correct.
Yeah.
Big in Canada. And we've got a few Australian folks listening. Thank you. We love it. Down under.
from down under.
No Africans or Brazilians.
Dang.
It just we'll get there.
They don't
We'll
care
get
about
there.
Texas. But yeah, no, for real. There's I've got 30 people that listen in Canada.
Really?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
How'd you get that?
I don't know, being
Enough hashtags?
cool.
Hashtag
cool, I guess.
Canada. That's going up.
Hank, you
Canadian.
got anything else you want to talk about, brother, before we wrap this thing up?
How do we get a hold of you?
You got
Find me on Facebook,
There you go.
Dwayne Hankemer.
What's your
Dwayne.
Instagram handle?
Dwayne Hankemer. Pretty simple.
It's straightforward.
Now, hopefully we can get this going more. Try to get some musicians on here.
I think
Love
so.
to talk about music and go from there. You know.
I think it'd be a good thing, dude. This is a
just
perfect
bullshit.
setting to do this shit.
Yeah.
I'd love to sit down and talk, drink a couple glasses of bourbon, fucking bullshit, have fun. It's super easy to do, right? I know you were a little bit nervous or
First time.
Yeah, it's kind of,
First time podcaster.
but it's fun. It's easy, right? We're just sitting down and talking.
So just sitting down bullshit.
Yeah, no
So.
big deal.
I mean, we do it. We bullshit 99% of the time
Exactly.
throughout the day. So might as well just record ourselves.
Exactly.
and
Yeah. If the microphones weren't
force
here,
it
we'd
on
have
some
the same
friends.
exact conversation, right?
Force it on some
Right.
friends.
Less questions by me, but still, the kind of
Yeah.
the same bullshit, right? So, yeah, man, it's been good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Dude,
we'll work something out. And like I said, we know we got musicians coming to town. If I got any pull with them or anything, I'll do my best to get them here.
Dude, even
Didn't
not
work out today, but
something like this. Let's roll people in just like came in here today, man. We
Yeah.
get old Grace and Chuck on, and
Oh, Pat Henderson walked in.
Pat Henderson and Dearman
That's it.
just went blank.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking there's somebody else here when I'm lying. But yeah,
Hank
been
Williams
good, man.
is here. Hank Williams Jr. right there. And then you got most of the Astros.
Pay respect.
They're sitting right behind you.
hey, what's
just-
up with the Rugrats mask? I was gonna ask.
He's a furry.
so
And
Sorry,
if
Mom.
you don't know what
Sorry,
a furry
Mom.
is, don't Google it. Whatever you do
so
not Google
that
furry.
Rumplements came up earlier. So after a few shots of those, or after hours, I'm a mask wearing person.
Oh yeah.
So I've got everything from
Likes to be incognito.
I've got wrestling mask, unicorn mask,
A unicorn.
a rooster mask.
This one's creepy.
So we're gonna have to put those on and take pictures here in a minute. I'm just saying. That's
It's just one of them weird things at 4 a.m. Just
That's
When the
perfect.
night crawlers come out.
the masks just kind of do things.
that's
a little
perfect. To be
weird.
honest.
David, you live here with Hank. What is your favorite mask? Which mask do you wear at 4 a.m.?
Mask? Oh. Probably the unicorn, because I am one,
Unique in every possible way.
Beautiful.
I leave all the mask wearing to Hank.
All right, boys. Let's wrap this thing up. Cody, you got anything
Cool.
to say to the folks?
No, love you all. That's it.
Excellent message.
Love you all. Love is all you need.
Love is all you
Listen
need.
to Beatles.
Spice Girls. Look it up. They were a band in
They're
the
actually
90s.
trying to make a comeback.
They're pretty good.
Minus, I think, Posh
The hot one married Beckham.
Beckham, and she makes more money than he does. So, good job.
Cool.
No, yeah, love everybody.
Love everybody. Let's end it on that, boys.
I'm shutting it down.
Done.
All right.
Cool.
Bye.
Peace.